Have you ever wondered why koala bears aren't really bears? A question that might puzzle many, but the answer is simple and quite fascinating. These adorable creatures, often referred to as koala bears, aren't bears at all. They are in fact marsupials, a unique group of mammals that carry their young ones in a pouch. Koalas hold a significant place in the animal kingdom as part of the Phascolarctidae family. They are the only living representatives of this family, making them all the more special. Now, imagine if you were a koala spending your days lounging on eucalyptus trees. Wouldn't you be a tad offended if someone kept calling you a bear? It's like confusing a croissant for a bagel, both tasty but entirely different, right? So let's embark on this journey of discovery and delve deeper into the enchanting world of koalas, their lifestyle, their unique characteristics, and the threats they face. So next time you see a koala, remember they are proud marsupials, not bears. Did you know that koalas have a rather laid-back lifestyle? Yes, indeed. These adorable creatures from down under are true champions of relaxation, spending up to 20 hours a day in the land of Nod. That's essentially the equivalent of you or me snoozing from sunset to sunrise and then deciding to take a mid-morning nap until dinner time. Quite the life, wouldn't you say? Now, you may be wondering, why do koalas sleep so much? Well, it has a lot to do with what they eat. Koalas are very picky eaters, choosing to dine exclusively on eucalyptus leaves. These leaves, while quite abundant in Australia, are notoriously low in energy. To survive on such a diet, koalas have to conserve their energy, which they do by sleeping most of the day away. And while we're on the subject of their diet, koalas are quite the connoisseurs when it comes to eucalyptus leaves. They have a keen sense of smell that allows them to pick out the freshest and most delicious leaves from the eucalyptus trees. It's like they have their very own built-in food rating system. However, don't be fooled by their sleepy demeanor. When they're awake, koalas are quite active, with a lifestyle that includes climbing, jumping from tree to tree, and even swimming. Yes, these furballs are full of surprises. Now here's a fun thought. How many of you would trade places with a koala if given the opportunity? Imagine being able to snooze away most of your day, wake up for a bit of exercise, and then go back to sleep, all while being able to discern the best food from your surroundings. Sounds like a dream, doesn't it? But remember, you'd also have to survive on a diet of eucalyptus leaves, which, let's be honest, probably don't taste as good as they smell. So if you're ever feeling lazy, just remember, you're simply living like a koala. And who knows, perhaps there's a lesson to be learned from these adorable creatures about the importance of rest and taking life easy. What makes a koala so unique, you ask? Well, let's dive into the fascinating world of these cuddly creatures. One of the first things you'll notice about a koala is its sharp claws. These aren't just for show, mind you. Koalas are excellent climbers, and these claws provide them with a strong grip on tree trunks and branches. They can even scale smooth-barked eucalyptus trees, which is quite the feat. And speaking of eucalyptus, have you ever wondered why koalas are forever munching on these leaves? Well, it's because their diet consists almost entirely of eucalyptus leaves. This is rather unique because these leaves are highly toxic to most animals. But koalas have a specially adapted digestive system that detoxifies the harmful chemicals. Talk about having a stomach of steel! Now, let's talk about their fur. It's not just there to make them look adorable. Koalas have a thick, woolly fur that acts as a natural insulation, keeping them warm in winter and cool in summer. This fur is also waterproof, which is quite handy during the rainy season. And then there's the pouch. Like all marsupials, female koalas have a pouch where their young, called joeys, develop and grow. But here's a fun fact. A koala's pouch opens towards the bottom, not the top. It's like a little built-in baby carrier. But perhaps the most intriguing characteristic of koalas is their fingerprints. Yes, you heard that right, fingerprints. Koalas are one of the few animals, besides humans, that have unique fingerprints. They're so similar to ours that they could potentially confuse crime scene investigators. Now there's a thought. A koala as a suspect in a whodunit. So koalas are not only unique marsupials, but they could also give us a run for our money in a fingerprint identification. And that, dear listeners, is what makes these lovable creatures from down under so utterly fascinating. Unfortunately, koalas are facing some serious threats. These charming marsupials, known for their cuddly appearance and love for eucalyptus, are under siege on several fronts. Firstly, habitat destruction is a major issue. Urbanization and deforestation are reducing the koala's natural habitat at an alarming rate. Picture this. Our friend the koala comes home after a long day of munching eucalyptus leaves, only to find its tree has been cut down. It's like returning home to find your house has disappeared. Not the best end to a day, is it? Secondly, diseases such as chlamydia and the koala retrovirus are taking a toll on these creatures. Imagine catching a cold that could potentially wipe out your entire community. That's the stark reality for many koala populations. Lastly, climate change poses a significant threat. Increasing temperatures and drought are not only affecting the koalas directly, but also their food supply. As eucalyptus trees struggle to survive the harsh conditions, koalas are left high and dry, literally. Despite these grim realities, there's a silver lining. Conservation efforts are in full swing to protect these adorable animals. From habitat restoration to disease research and climate change mitigation, individuals and organizations worldwide are striving to ensure that the koala's eucalyptus munching days are far from over. Every one of us can play a part too. By supporting these conservation efforts, reducing our carbon footprint, or simply spreading awareness, we can all become koala protectors. So let's put on our superhero capes and do our bit for these cuddly creatures. And who knows, perhaps one day we'll be able to say, "Remember when koalas were threatened? Not anymore." Wouldn't that be something? Remember, the next time you see a eucalyptus tree, you might just be looking at a potential koala home. So what have we learned about our marsupial friends, the koalas? In our journey through the unique world of koalas, we've uncovered some truly fascinating facts about these adorable eucalyptus munching creatures. Let's take a moment to look back at what we've discovered. First and foremost, we've clarified that despite their bear-like appearance and common nickname, koala bear, koalas are not bears at all. They are marsupials, a group of mammals that includes kangaroos and wombats. This means that female koalas have a pouch where their young, known as joeys, develop and grow after birth. We delved into the lifestyle of koalas, which, let's face it, is a bit of a dream. They spend around 18 to 20 hours a day sleeping. The rest of their time is spent eating and occasionally socializing. Their diet is exclusively made up of eucalyptus leaves, which not only provide them with all the nutrients they need, but also hydrate them. Yes, koalas rarely drink water, as they get most of their hydration from their leafy meals. We also highlighted some of their unique characteristics. Koalas have an extraordinary sense of smell, which helps them to select the tastiest and most nutritious eucalyptus leaves. They also have a unique vocal structure that allows the males to produce a deep, resonant sound during mating season, not to mention their fingerprints, which are remarkably similar to human fingerprints, so much so that even experts can be fooled. However, it's not all fun and games in the world of koalas. We've also discussed the threats they face, such as habitat loss due to deforestation and urbanization. Climate change and diseases like chlamydia are also significant concerns, posing severe risks to their survival. So what can we do to help? Awareness is the first step. By understanding the threats koalas face, we can start to make a difference. We can support organizations that work towards koala conservation, participate in tree planting initiatives, and even adopt a koala. And remember, it's not just about helping koalas, it's about preserving the diverse ecosystems that they and many other creatures call home. In conclusion, koalas are more than just cute faces. They are unique creatures with fascinating lifestyles and characteristics. They are an essential part of our world's biodiversity and deserve our attention and protection. Koalas might not be bears, but they're certainly very interesting creatures. Keep learning, keep exploring, and remember, every creature has its own fascinating story.